Hey everybody, today I thought I'd just do a video on what to expect when you buy guppies from me. Also, it's just going to show like how I ship things, so maybe if you had questions and you want to ship your fish yourself, maybe this can help you out. Everyone kind of does their own thing, but I'll just show you guys what I do. So first of all, I would scoop out a bunch of guppies like this, and what I'm going to do is I would just pick out the guppies that I want to ship to somebody. So what I do is I pick out whatever I think is the most colorful, uh, female-wise. Not all the females have a lot of color, but if you do get a female that doesn't have a lot of color, maybe like this silver-looking one right here, that's probably just because it's more than likely an Endler female. In my mud pond, I mix Endlers and regular guppies and pure strains and everything just to try to get all these wild colors that I can. So anything that I think kind of looks cool or bright colors in there, those are the ones I grab first and I send to the customers. The next part of that is bagging the fish up. I use these breather bags. The thing to know about these breather bags is that you're not supposed to take your fish and put it in your aquarium at home and just kind of put it in a tank to acclimate them temperature wise, because these bags are designed to let oxygen in and CO2 out, and if you leave them in there for too long, you'll actually suffocate the fish. I haven't heard of that actually happening to somebody, but that's supposedly what will happen. I like to individually bag every one of my fish. It would be a lot easier just to put a whole bunch of fish in one bag, but I have no scientific data to back up this next statement here, but I don't think that the fish will do very well having a whole bunch of them in one bag. I think that's you can easily stress out a fish that way. They're going to be in the complete dark. They shouldn't be able to see anything because there's no light that they can use to reflect. So you got one fish bumping into another fish in a dark box, and that could easily cause stress, which can lead to disease. Plus, fish can get stressed out on their own anyway, and they can die. And so if you got a fish that is stressed out and it dies, and now you got a dead fish shipping in a bag with a bunch of other fish, and more than likely you're going to get a whole bag of sick fish or suffering fish. So that's why I like to take the time to actually individually bag every single one of my fish. The next part is boxing up. So this is one of my boxes right here. Oops, sorry about that. So I do try to use the cheapest flat rate box I can. These are regional box A's. Coming from California, it's a little bit more expensive usually for me to ship, because unless you're like on the West Coast, it's going to cost me more money. What I do is, the boxes are free. Buy the labels on Amazon. I like to put insulation. This is recyclable stuff, like made out of paper, so it's not the sticky stuff that ruins your hands or anything like that. I get that from Home Depot. I want to say it's like $14 for a big bag, so the price ain't bad. And then the styrofoam inserts, I used to cut them myself, but now I just buy them pre-cut online now. They make a nice tight seal, so I prefer using that rather than cutting them, because cutting them myself actually takes a lot of time as well. Then I use a 72-hour heat pack, especially this time of the year. Just put some of that insulation stuff on top, and then I put this on top of that because I don't want them directly touching the bag, because you could heat up a fish real quick that way. So that's what I use for shipping the fish. You know, I sell 12 mutts for $40. You know, this heat pack is almost $2. These inserts are just under $2 a piece, so you got $4 into that. And then to ship this box, at the highest cost, it's almost $14 to ship it. And then you got the fish, and I'm shipping, you know, doing free shipping on those. So it's not a very lucrative thing to do, but I just kind of do it for fun because I like to do it. I like to get my guppies out there so people can have something different than what they can get in the store. Plus, I treat all my fish so that I don't have any diseases or anything going on in the fish. Put it back over here so at least we can look at some fish while I'm talking. The other thing that I do is I ship crayfish. You can keep them with guppies. The only thing that I would say is you got to have a big tank. Crayfish are very slow. I've never seen any of these crayfish that I have in the pond actually eat or even catch any of the fish. They might sit out there with their claws out, you know, hoping one will swim right next to them. But crayfish move very slow, and they only move fast backwards. Forwards, they're just really crawling around. So when I do sell the crayfish, unfortunately there's a few states where you can't even buy them or sell them to because you can't import them in there. These are the Clarkie version, the whites. They call the White Spectre. I sell them for $25 a piece, and that actually includes the shipping. So I always do free shipping on everything. What I do is I just kind of grab whatever good looking one I can. Let me see if I can catch this guy. I don't know if I will be able to. He might run off. Yep. Yeah, got away from me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got nothing there. Let me see if there's another one real close over here. I don't see another one right here. But what I do is when I ship those, I use one of these plastic food grade containers. Pop a hole in it, put a couple damp paper towels on the bottom, and then I put another one over the top of the crayfish. Crayfish can live out of the water for like a month as long as they stay moist. So that's why I use the container. If you do the bag, which there's nothing wrong with shipping them in the bag, except they do have pretty sharp claws and they can pop through that, and if they produce enough waste, they can spoil the water too, and they can actually die in the water. I actually have more success once I figured it out that the containers are just the better way to go. They pretty much always live, unless there's something really rare that happens. And I've been shipping fish and crayfish to, I think one place the temperature was like -9 degrees, and no problem. The customer was very happy that they got their fish and they were alive. So the boxes work real well for insulating them. But if you do try to get into this fish selling game, you're probably going to want to ask for more money than I do for the fish. Basically, I make less than $2 a fish when you calculate all the shipping and the materials that I have to do. And if I sell it on eBay, I actually make even less than that, because on eBay they take 14% right off the top. And people like free shipping, which I understand, but you would actually get more money and pay less in out-of-state taxes if you bought it with, like, let's say I put $25 for the fish and then I put $15 for the shipping. I'd make more money and you pay less in taxes, But I tried that a bunch of times on eBay, and they never buy it that way. They always only buy it with the when the shipping is free. So they think they're, getting something a little bit more, I guess, even though the price would be exactly the same, and you'd end up paying less, and then I end up making a little bit more money as well that way, because they don't tax the shipping. They just tax the sale price for the merchandise. So there's a few little pointers there that I hope will help anyone else trying to get in the fish game and just kind of understand, why fish cost so much when you're buying them online. I mean, I really should be charging more money for the fish, and I've contemplated, bumping it up $5. But I'm really just trying to get my fish out there and try to give people a real decent price on it. I still, if there is a DOA, which does occasionally happen, I had a whole bunch of orders last week, and only one member who actually bought through Band, she had some shrimp that she bought from me, and another fish actually died. But all the other orders were successful with no problems. But it does happen. Fish can get stressed out. So I hope that helps everyone, and if everyone's got any more questions on what it takes to ship them, or any questions at all about the fish or what I'm doing over here, feel free to ask me. I will do my best to help you. And happy fish keeping, everybody. Thanks for watching.